Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Future Fiction Academy's Thanksgiving Writing Extravaganza. This is what, session 10 of 12?
Yeah.
Has anyone, let us know in the chat, has anyone made all 10 so far, or am I the only one?
I haven't.
I haven't, but I've seen every single one.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
hey, Don.
Jen has. Of course, Jen has.
Oh, yeah.
Jen's my bestie. There we go.
And McKinley.
Yes, and McKinley and Jen.
That's awesome.
And I got to do a shout out to Don, because I have to say, since Don found us, I believe Don has been at every single one.
He jumped in with both feet.
But we're proud of that.
I missed the 9 p.m. ones.
Yeah.
Everyone say hi, Gracie.
Hi, Gracie.
Hi, Gracie.
The 9 p.m. ones are just 9 p.m. my time, and I still miss them because it's way too late.
Yep. Those are facts. Ikello, it's what, 6 o'clock in the morning where you are?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, dear.
Remember, I work for Starbucks. I get up early.
I know.
Today, I woke, my alarm went off at 5 a.m. and I went, and my wife hits me like 10 minutes later. She says, "Didn't your alarm go off?" I said, "Yeah, I did. It did." We were up late last night.
Yeah.
My CPAP machine said I got 7 hours and 2 minutes worth of sleep. I'm good with that.
So Don has been at all of them.
Oh, see, well, I knew that I had seen him since the first time I saw him, if that makes sense. And Jen goes, Dan's already a rock star of the FFA.
I love this. We're already up to 17 people. We started with 13, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, wake up, everybody!
It's time to play with AI.
It's time to play with AI."
And I do like me and Elizabeth were like chit-chatting before it's starting, and Akello's the one 6 a.m. his time. He's like 10 seconds. Come on, ladies, we are going on air.
We have a producer now. It's fantastic. It's great.
I was ready for it.
I will cut you off, or you will go on air with your chit chat. I do not care. We are starting.
I was like, and we are starting in 5, 4, 3, and she started smiling. She's like, "Oh crap, we are really starting." Okay,
so a couple of announcements at 1 o'clock Eastern today. So
10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
4. I can usually do math, but you guys have to understand, I have not gotten all the sleep. I don't have a CPAP machine yet, but and I do say because both my parents got them. So
it is like heaven on a stick.
I believe. But yeah, in 4 hours in the lab room, the Future Fiction Academy Mastermind members are going to be getting together, kind of moderated by fellow member Andy Gallo. And it's all about discussing the 25 and 25. Now, we have an official kickoff during our 2 weeks off in December, but this is good for people who want to have a little bit of extra planning time or have no idea what we're talking about. Oh, it's a good one to go to too. But I'm really proud of like the list that they put together, that they're going to talk about genre. They're going to talk about how book covers, like what's the process going to be? Are you going to be Kindle Unlimited or not? What marketing is like, it's going to be a group discussion to help everybody get together a plan of action. So I'm just like, I just have to say my little Dino Mama heart is bursting with pride. You guys have come such a long way since that first club strat.
I hear you.
So very good. Good morning, Natasha. VIP shout out. Our fellow course creator there. So grab that cozy mystery workshop. And actually, Stacy, do you want to share the notes this morning?
Yes, I will. I definitely am prepared and have them up, so don't worry about that.
This is my fault.
I just want to get the suspense going.
Well, exactly. We've got the epitome of efficiency because you have a producer now. So you weren't, everything kind of happened.
No, it's fine. I threw her under the bus. Like, I admit it. But I think that is.
Oh my gosh, that's too much.
No, I just wanted to get the
Ring.
Now, if you listen to a color, apparently that's what it sounds like when I type.
I love it. I love it. All right, in the chat, y'all tell me, is it not like the dulcet tones of Elizabeth's fingers on her keyboard, or is it me? I just love it. I love it.
I don't care. I just get in the zone.
And did you mean to share the link or share it on my screen?
Here we go. I finally bought your course. I just need to turn off my VPN. Was having problems. Thanks, 8Lissa. I'm sorry. You take over the share. Like you just share yours, and then the producer or myself will put it just like you on it or something.
Awesome. I shared the link and I.
Oh, okay. No worries.
So now I will share my
screen. Present
share.
Yeah, that works.
There we go.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble. There we go. And let's...
Will it be better if we're like, no?
No, we got to be on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can actually work on some custom layouts. We'll work on that.
That's actually exciting.
All right. And I'll let Stacy go ahead and explain the top part while I've got to let Dasha in.
Okay. So... for those of you who were traveling over the holiday like I was, it was wonderful, but dear gosh, feel like I'm just getting back to the land of the living. Got to sleep in my own bed last night, which was wonderful instead of a pull-out couch. But
nice.
So I'm just also catching up on everything that was happening over the weekend or over the holiday. But we do have a special 30-day trial of the FFA Mastermind, which is our membership. Yay!
Yeah, it gets jazz hands.
Jazz hands. The reason we are doing this extended trial of the Mastermind is because it is going to close to new members on December 20th. The reason we are doing this is we've been looking at the past 18 months, and there is becoming a bigger and bigger just disparity in learning between the people that are new and coming to AI for the first time and the people that have been working with it for the past 18 months. There's just a bigger gap. That you're still at the cutting edge, you're still ahead of the curve if you're coming in now, but we really want to take it to the next level in the Mastermind. We really want to start going fast, breaking things, being that mind-blowing wow.
Break more things.
And to do that, it was a challenge having new people just trickle in, having them 1 or 2, 3 at a time, having to stop, catch them up. And it was just a matter of format. So now we will have the new people come in. We can cater to the people that need to catch up, have more beginner questions or questions we've already covered in past labs, have everybody on the same page and work faster. And if we open it in the future, we can then, again, work in cohorts, work in batches, because it wasn't fair to either anybody. The new people coming in, we were kind of just half answering their questions so we could get back to the...
We threw them in the deep end.
Yeah, we threw them in the deep end. And that some people did great. Some people were overwhelmed and frustrated, like, oh, I can't learn AI. And no, that's not true. You needed to come out. You needed to have that,
I think, and tell me what you think, Ikello and Stacy. I feel like there's some coursework and classwork out there that they're teaching kind of like stable information. And so they're able to make like this really smooth, like course stuff. And unfortunately for our side, we're just like in there innovating and having to do new stuff. I will say, at least for me, admit that we have not spent as much time on our workflows and smoothing and like making it a seamless process to join the school, because that wasn't our focus. Our focus wasn't to build the best teachable course. It was to build the best place to learn AI for authors.
We're starting to now, which is why we're putting out those standalone courses. Like, I'll just speak from experience because I did the short story course. The short story course was meant to bring someone from a more beginner into creating more sequences in Raptor Write. And as we're creating those in the Mastermind, we can put them out as, that fine Elizabeth muted herself for the keyboard sounds. But so as we're
why are you denying us that? Why are you denying us?
I didn't want to interrupt Stacy, but they had questions in the chat and they specifically said I don't want to interrupt the people on TV. So I was trying to
I know. Go ahead. Mute yourself. It'll make you feel better.
But that way we can take the standalone classes. We could take the stuff in the Mastermind that we've already broken. We've already gone full speed and kind of brought into this more smoother, worked out workflow, got out all the kinks. We can bring it to a standalone class, bring it to everyone as a, more refined process. And that way you get the both. Oh, hey, Steph. Yay.
Steph is here.
That way you get both ends. You get, if you want to wait until it's, that simple worked out, here's step A, step B, step C. Follow
Which is not my class, by the way. Don't go to my classes ever expecting that.
That's why if you do the standalone classes, you're going to see a lot more of me and Steph.
Yep.
Not because me and Steph necessarily do this on our own or it's only me and Steph. Just I take Elizabeth's stuff. I go to my little blanket fort. And then
she builds things.
I love talking to an empty room. I love going slowly, step by step. And Elizabeth is off breaking something new.
And we've learned that I can't speak to an empty room. It's awful.
Yeah, and I can speak to an empty room, but I sure do I'd rather tape my videos when I'm doing lives because it gives me a little zhuzh. And so we all have different techniques.
You guys are just both the personification of jazz hands. You were meant for an audience. Yes. Those of you who saw me in Vegas, like by the end of vendor day, I was almost talking to people from underneath the table. Like, I'm happy to answer your questions, but
remember I came in and I remember I came in and sat down and did the second half of the vendor day, and you looked at me and you went, "Oh, good." I remember the oh, thank God he's here.
I was walking around all vendor day and I specifically picked the loudest outfit I could find in my wardrobe.
Oh yeah.
But it worked. Like I take it out of Queen Elizabeth's a page out of Queen Elizabeth's book. She always said she would wear bright colors so people could see her in crowds. And I wore the brightest colors I could possibly. I felt like I was the 1980s walking around.
Right.
Because it was a very bold print on a dress with bright pink leggings and heels. And I just, anywhere I walked, people could see me from, oh, she's over there. She's across the room.
Yep. So you're going to get a lot of the standalone classes from me because I just go step by step quietly. And then, so you get both ways. So if you're more of would just like to wait until it's more refined, wait for the standalone classes, perfectly fine. If you want to go bonkers and break things and take blind alleys and figure out how to jump the wall into the next, crazy idea and just have fun doing it.
I didn't even get to do my crazy idea last night.
Yeah. If you're one of those people that be like, are fine with, I don't like, what is the latest technique? Have no idea, because Elizabeth is 3 ideas past like what I was just trying. I got an idea.
You did not just now, did you?
No, I had it last night, but I was kind of like brain dead last night. So I was teasing it, and then we got completely off track. Something I've never done before. What if we tried to run the Easy Peasy book machine backwards?
Oh.
Oh, like the ending and then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. We've done that before, but not with the Easy Peasy.
We did it like over a year and a half ago. Like the last time I tried this was with GPT-4 and it couldn't quite handle it. But I'm almost wondering if Strawberry would be better. Like I have some hypotheses. I think Strawberry might actually be able to write a book backwards.
Ooh.
Because right? It makes sense.
It does make sense. Like you can get
your way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you get your resolution, and therefore you could find your you'd have your problem right there.
Yeah,
and be a lot more easier to work backwards.
And we know the sequence, so
Oh, sorry.
plan.
Dag nabbit.
And then I think 4.0 latest and the Claudes would also be able to do the easy peasy the easy peasy book machine backwards as well, where you say start with. You know what? I don't think anything in the easy peasy book machine says start with chapter 1. It just does.
Are you sure about that?
And now Alyssa, see, this is what happens, you guys. Alyssa's like, now I'm curious about having a try from the middle.
Yeah, this is why.
And then we can also try tent poles.
Well, it does make a little sense that it would. Okay, easy peasy book machine. 903.
And this is why in the mastermind too, we like Elizabeth is very smart, and bless you, you do a lot. Like you do have these mind jumps like you just saw, but it is inaccurate to attribute everything to you, because as you see, this is truly a mastermind.
Yeah.
As in one person bounces off another, and suddenly everybody's ideas are meshed in there, and
we're trying to figure this out together, y'all.
Yeah, I would say that I'm a catalyst. I help. I get us out of the box, and then everybody's just running out of the box.
Yeah.
I can make formulas too. I'm that way too. I can make things, and hey, everybody, let's see if we can break this.
All right. I think we just go play for a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Okay.
Was that 903?
903 is no 905. I think is Sweet Dreams, but that's okay.
Sweet Dreams. No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
No Sleep Till 901.
I'm just looking for our actual build of the easy peasy.
Oh, good Lord. No, that's like way earlier. It's okay. We've got the prompt in the bottom.
Those are 298s.
Steph says yes.
Okay. I'm going to click on our notes that she dropped.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I got it.
Oh, I can't actually get to those.
What can't you get to?
Oh, I'm trying to click on the link, and because of the way our StreamYard is set up, I can't click on it.
Alyssa's like, guess I know what I'm doing today. Thanks for the new experiment. All right, so let's go to our turkey notes, because our turkey notes at the bottom here does have the easy peasy book machine example. So we're going to play with this. So the easiest way for me to do this is I'm going to click the little 6 dots and click duplicate. This is why we love Notion. We'll bring this to the bottom so everything's in order. Yeah, I want more space. It's not Monday, Elizabeth. It's Sunday, December 1st. All right, we're going to change this to easy peasy book machine prompt backwards. And by the way, this is not a class. I mean, this is literally on the fly. I'm doing this. I did not plan this. I did not. We're just going to go.
Yeah, may or may not work. That's why we say we break things. And
okay, so just for everybody's edification, this is what we call in the FFA a classic madness of EAW.
We usually do them on Wednesdays.
Madness of EAW is an unstructured experience where we figure out like what you're watching. What we're doing right now is what happens in the madness. Sometimes she just wakes up in the middle of the night and she starts banging on something in the middle of the night, and then wakes up and tells everybody, so we're gonna do this today. And we decide to all get into the same room and figure out what she's been working on and see if we can improve it. So that's what the mastermind is. That's what a mastermind, our particular brand of mastermind does, is gives you the opportunity to build things that nobody has ever built before. So, and as a matter of fact, that's exactly how the easy peasy book machine was built. She was like, well, we should be able to do this in one day now that we have this structure of Raptor Write. So
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I already started making some tweaks. You are an advanced AI book writing system capable of creating contemporary romance novellas. That we're not going to make a whole bunch of changes because we need to get stuff done. We'll do another genre and stuff like that when we do this in the FFA. Your task is to generate an original story from concept to final draft. So I noticed that line right there already kind of says a sequence. So I started to add to it. However, when you are writing the story, we will work backwards. So you will write the last chapter first and then the chapter that happens before that one and so on. This way, the conflict, pacing, and motivations are the best possible. Throughout this process, maintain consistency in tone, style, and characterization. Ensure each scene builds upon the previous ones. Okay, so this is ensure each scene connects. And contributes to the overall narrative. Does everyone get why I flipped that? Instead of saying, if I say it's building on the previous ones, that's also sending an idea that the sequence has to be
forward to backwards almost.
Yeah, forwards to backwards. It implies it. Your goal is to create a compelling, coherent, and well-structured romance novella. Please make the chapters at least 1,500 words long. We'll bump that to 2,000. Character interaction and dialogue in romance must be the foremost goal. Readers must care about the characters and want to date the male main lead, etc., etc. So they're going to do this, outline creation. And then we're going to say, remember, start with the ending. We will work backwards. Okay. I think this works.
There was something that bugged me about it when you were...
After you figure out where you are in the sequence.
Could you scroll back to the top, please?
Yeah.
Something in your prompt. Create a contemporary. Throughout it's the 2,000 words. I think you're making a mistake.
Why?
Because it should be more.
Not for this exercise, because it's just a novella and we can't validate more. Like, we're live. If you actually want something longer, then yeah, you should put 4,000 or whatever in there. But for this, I just want us to see if it'll work backwards and keep narrative logic.
Sweet.
For proof of concept, it's good.
Yeah, it's just proof of concept.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're just proof of concepting here. For at least a 10-chapter novella.
That 10-chapter thing really kind of...
Yeah. We'll just do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Continue the story below. I feel like that kind of signals that it's...
Yeah.
I'm going to say, after you figure out where you are in the sequence, if you are writing chapters, you are working backwards.
And should write the previous chapter.
Please only complete a single task in the prompt instructions above in your response, and then the chapter in one response. You should write those as separate responses. You'll always have another chance, so you don't need to do every step at once. You should read what is before the tag and match. One step at a time. I don't know that we need all this. I'm just going to take that out. Okay.
Oh, cool. Read the previous stuff?
Yeah. Let's go. I know. I'm dangerous. New project. Easy peasy book machine backwards.
Words. Easy peasy book machine backwards.
All right, we'll add a new folder and we'll call it prompt. Prompts, add folder. Put it here.
I should make a theme song in Suno just for that.
Book writing prompt. There we go. Toggle it on. Lock that puppy so it stays locked in the active folder.
I love the lock.
Middle bits. final chapters. Okay, I think we are good to go. New document. I should. Okay, hold on. I need to do another folder that's components. We will keep our organization good. So I'll put prompts and then components.
This is awesome right here. This might be the experiment that totally breaks my brain.
So this should be the premise that it's going to do first. And then, no, I don't want a new folder. Cancel that. I want a new document. And then this will be characters. And then this will be outline.
Let's hope it doesn't break Strawberry's brain too.
I mean, it might. That's...
All
right, active folder. We got the book writing prompt. Premise, characters. Okay, I can toggle these off because we're going to be working in them. So the first thing we need is the premise. So all I have on is book writing prompt and the premise. And I have Strawberry, Supermax, go. I have no idea what it's going to decide to write.
At all?
No, because I just said it's a romance novella, go.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing a mixture of Go with God and
okay, so this is going to be fascinating. And this is the moment, everyone. I remind you that when you're working with Strawberry, do not hit the stop button, please.
Yeah.
Don't hit the stop button. Just
all right, we're going to thumbs this up. Seattle, Washington, a city where the endless drizzle creates a backdrop for cozy cafes, indie bookstores, and thriving tech scene nestled among emerald hills and waterfronts. Cool.
Yep, that works.
Okay, career-focused woman inherits her grandmother's quaint, struggling bookstore in the heart of Seattle. Determined to keep the store afloat while balancing her high-powered corporate job, she faces an uphill battle against modernization and dwindling sales. Across town, a free-spirited male lead, an aspiring musician trapped in his family's prestigious tech empire. Aw, poor baby. Yeah, cool. I'm cool with it. It's fine. Everybody good?
Screw it, it's fine.
Screw it, it's fine. We actually usually use the F word, but that's okay. All right, characters, let's go. And the premise is turned on.
Oh, did you need to clear the continue box, Alyssa said?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I should have. I was very bad.
Well, we'll have to wait.
Good call, Alyssa.
Olivia Harper. We love Olivia Harper. She's in a lot of our stories.
It says chapter 1.
It says character 1.
Oh, my bad.
Ethan Reynolds. We'll thumbs it up. We'll take out the this part. Need a pre-flight checklist. Turn characters on. Okay, let's analyze this. She built her career from the ground up. I'm not really yes, this is better if we make some changes here. Olivia is allergic to coffee. Ethan, what's something quirky we can give him? Ethan is afraid of sidewalk cracks.
It once broke his mother's back.
Yeah, I'm just being a jerk. All right, outline. Let's go. Now this will be the test. See if it writes the outline backwards or if it's like, okay, I write the outline the right way, but we're going to write the chapters different. Okay, we got a prologue of Olivia's childhood visits to the bookstore. And we have chapter 14.
Wow.
And the epilogue.
I love it when it doesn't have the word 10 in there.
Yeah. All right, so we'll turn on outline. And the first thing you should do is make a plan for the epilogue. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it figures out its life.
I'm wondering, according to those instructions, it should.
Yes! It did.
Yes!
Epilogue.
Chapter 14 is the epilogue, right?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, no. Maybe it is.
It is not.
It is not, but that's still...
That's okay.
That's fine.
It got really close this time. I mean, for the first time? Oh, my God.
Yep.
I just got so excited. We are using
Strawberry right now, so this is very expensive.
Yes, it is.
An epilogue is super easy to go back and
yeah.
Yeah,
Let
you
that run.
did specifically say chapter in your
I did.
prompting, and
then
it
it
was
threw-
an epilogue, and
Yeah.
Actually,
Susan
and
pointed
they
out.
all should end on epilogues anyway, right?
Yeah.
So,
So we
whoopsie.
spent $1.19 so far.
Is there something in the prompt that we need to tweak to get it to do?
Personally, if it was me, I would like to go back and do the epilogue on my own anyway, or
Yeah.
not go back and do it afterwards, because that's all the feels.
Oh yeah, and you get a really good idea of what the story is and who the
You
people
guys,
are.
it's writing the last scene. I quit my job.
Oh. Did we all just awe at the same time? Or was it
I
just
don't even
me?
know the setup for this, and we all
I don't
are.
either. We're all odd.
Partners.
Oh.
Maybe more than partners. I'd like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Proof of concept. I do notice that Strawberry like has a tendency to like lose the quotation marks. You see what I mean?
Oh, that right there, the one right above that,
And right
one,
here, yeah.
it's all over the place.
It is all over the place. Maybe
Huh.
it'll add that to the editing plan. Fix your life.
So what is it doing right now?
It's making the
editing plan.
Why did it
apologies for
apologize?
combining two steps in my previous response. I'll ensure to follow the instructions properly before moving forward.
It figured it out itself?
Huh?
Did it figure that out itself, or did you chastise it?
No, I didn't chastise it. It decided to chastise itself.
That's a little scary.
Yeah. So I'm going to take that out because I don't want it to keep fussing at itself.
Holy,
yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah. Every other dialogue should not. Repeat a word from the previous statement.
Oh, are you getting...
Also, watch the quotation marks. Make sure they are done correctly. Okay. So this is chapter 14. Chapter 14 final. So I turn off the outline, turn chapter 14 on, and here we go. So it should write the final, and we can actually read this one. We need music on Raptor Write.
Oh, when we're waiting.
Yeah.
On the 11 Labs Reader app, they have a new podcast function. I sent one to Elizabeth of our video, and I made a podcast into it. While it's making the podcast, when you're waiting, it goes. I'm like, oh yeah, I can wait for this podcast. Go.
Yeah, it's still messing this up. Ethan, I breathed, unable to keep my smile from spreading. I didn't expect anyone to be here.
Yeah, this might be a little too much for it to do.
Well, no, it's just something in the training that it's screwed up on. So it wrote 1,800 words. I'm going to thumbs it up. And then I'm going to turn everything off. Boop. because it bothers me, we're just going to go with 4.0 latest.
You just got rid of all of that stuff in the active folder, or was what?
No. It was created in the active folder. So anything not anything locked stays. I'm just going to do a quick revise prompt and be like, keep everything the same. Just fix the quotation marks. Submit. And it fixed it. See? So something's weird in the strawberry training that it doesn't have good quotation marks.
Might have to ping somebody at OpenAI about that. That's weird.
My guess is that it's probably how many different languages it trained on. So I'm going to thumbs that up, and we're at 1796. That's close enough. Mm-hmm. We're good. So chapter 14 final is done. Go back to strawberry. Go back to project. Okay, chapter 14. This stuff goes to middle bits. Chapter 14 final is going to go to final chapters. And then I will go to that folder in final chapters and turn this on and go ahead and lock it so that it stays inside of my active folder. But this way, if I decide to do something different, if I turn that off and unlock it, it'll go back to the folder it belongs, rather than me having a whole bunch of work at the end where I have all these folders in active these documents in active I have to organize. I
had not really even thought about being able to just zap them out and place them into that's super slick.
Yep. So we have chapter 14. What I'm really doing is I'm not going to read this. I'm seeing if the thing is actually able to write a better story pacing wise, if it writes backwards. So we're going to run it. I'm going to go outline. All these things are on.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Could you give everybody a breakdown of your reasoning on that?
Yeah. Just 1 second. Let me let it run because it takes forever. I'll explain while it's running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's have a conversation. LLMs do not
think.
Oh, no, they don't think at all.
They don't think. So in a perfect world, when it's writing chapter 1, and as it's writing chapter 1, a human would be like, oh, wait, no, this is wrong. Let me go back and fix that. It can't do that. So the only way it can work is one direction. Now, we've always worked in the direction of beginning to end. But if we work end to beginning, we're leveraging the fact that it can only work in one direction and seeing if by doing so, because it's being able to make a plan and make an editing plan, but it's doing that knowing where it's coming from. I don't know. It might work better. It might not.
I'm starting to get the logic of it. So what I just heard from you was LLMs cannot predict the future. So if you ask an LLM, I want you to count the number of words in your response and tell me what that is. And it'll get it wrong every single time because it cannot predict the future. It's spooling out tokens. So if you write the future first,
and then
it will be informed and be able to write even better and more amenable pacing that helps you, that you feel like you're reading a better paced story. It's not rushing things, blah, blah, blah. I don't envision presenting the story backwards. Write it backwards, present it forwards.
Yeah,
correct.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And Susan says, I can't fault EAW's logic here. Thank you.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting to see how it works with a cozy and giving the reveal of the murder to start with and then ask it to work backwards. Then it will not reveal it too early. Maybe not. Now, the reason why why couldn't we do this methodology with GPT-4? Because I've actually had this idea since like the first days that I was teaching AI. Like the first time I was teaching AI in January 2023, December, the models didn't have the context windows. I couldn't give it everything that it's already done and say, work from there. I could only give it like 8,000 tokens at the max, 4,000 tokens at the max. So then we were trying to do this really weird thing where it was like, here's an outline, work backwards from the outline, but I couldn't give it the chapter it wrote. It would have to still use the outline. That's no different than the same amount of information it has going forwards.
And with the ability to reflect on what it's doing, O1, what it's doing should help enhance its ability to stay on track.
Yeah. So it made a plan. This is where I wish we had like sequencing in here. Oh, did I not change the model?
No,
I did. Okay.
Yeah. You haven't.
Catch it.
You're all about spending the money right now.
Well, I have to. Okay. I looking at my account here.
That wasn't a chastisement.
Okay.
That was an actual, we are spending money right now. This is a to the audience thing. Everybody, we're working with O1. When you are working with O1, you're going to be spending a little money. But as Olivia did say yesterday in our Zoom after the last thing, she said, would you rather pay a translator and or a developmental editor 3, 4, 5 cents per word, or would you rather pay $1 for 1 million tokens, which happens to be 750,000 words? So I mean, it's all about perspective.
Yeah. It's all relative. Frankly, if I can pay $5, $6, $7, $8 extra to get it done hours earlier, frickin', I'll do that. For some people, it might be if finances, or if you just enjoy the process, just be mindful of the cost versus the trade-offs. And that's what we're showing you here.
Yeah, you can do this methodology with 4.0 latest, with Claude and all of that.
Heck, try it out with, no, you can't do it with, try it out with Wizard.
Yeah, Wizard's got 128K.
Yeah. Paid pennies.
Amen.
Still miss Star Cannon.
Time is the ultimate currency. Yeah, pour one out for Star Cannon. That's something I talk about, Medic, because like it is limited. Here's the thing, and this is a mindset that not all of us got, especially if you grew up on the struggle or etc. But you can always make more money. You can always find ways to make more money. You can get a second job. You can add a side hustle. You can do, like, even when you're running a business, one of the worst mindsets to have is that the way to grow a business is to cut expenses. It's not the way to grow a business. The way to grow a business is actually to make more money, find ways to make more money, make more revenue. That's the secret to building your business. And we talk about that in Club Strat. And that's not my idea. That's in a bunch of different books. I highly recommend, what is that book? About how we manage the money and everything like that. Profit First. Profit First is a fantastic business book. If you give yourself nothing for Christmas this year, get Profit First. That is a very, 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 very important book. But yeah, you can't make more time. That's not a thing. All right. So we got the areas for improvement. I'm going to turn this on, turn off outline, new document, chapter 13, final. But yeah, go.
While that is doing everything, churning through that right now, I would like to remind everyone to please like and subscribe if you haven't already done it. We're trying our darndest, our best to get over 4,000 subscribers. It's a nice milestone on our way to 1 million.
What are we at?
We're in the 39s.
Yep. Yes, that is the book. Profit First. Transform your business from a cash-eating monster to a money-making machine by Michael Michalowicz. Yes, that is a... And then one of his mentors has Numbers 2.0, which is a more... Is it esoteric? I don't know. It's a more academic read, but it's also a really good one, especially if you plan to scale your business. Numbers 2.0. That's not by him. It's by somebody else. Okay, so we got 3,200 words for the final. I'm not validating this. I'm just moving on because I want to read it all the other way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So right click, move it to folder, middle bits. Right click, move to folder, final chapters, and then go to all folders, final chapters. Now, here's the thing. I am going to go ahead and start putting this in the right order over here.
Yeah, I would.
Because it doesn't matter if it's what order it is in the actual folder has no bearing on the order it is here. So I can move these around, or maybe it does. And that was oh, it does move them around. Okay. I'll have to let him, we may not be able to fix that, but that's okay.
We're at 3,913 subscribers. I think we've gotten like
12.
30 subscribers since yesterday. It's so awesome.
So I think after this chapter, because we have been live for 45 minutes, we'll get 12. Oh, that's the other one, Plumstone. Thank you. Simple Numbers 2.0, Rules for Smart Scaling, a play-by-play analysis for pure growth by Greg Crabtree. Yes, both of those books. I wouldn't have been able to build the FFA and the FFP to what it is today if I hadn't read those books. So, yeah, it's going to be missing. We'll fix it later. All right, so we'll thumbs that up.
I don't know what conversation they're having in the chat right now, but there's something about time-space continuums and getting younger. That's awesome. That is awesome.
There's 4 conversations happening right now.
I know. I was
now we're talking about the backwards method, working for Cozy Mysteries, especially to help the pacing. And then Natasha was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And then Plumstone's being awesome and sharing the book links that we're talking about. And then
that's so awesome.
Susan's still stuck on the fact that Strawberry won't do the quotations right. Meanwhile, Jeff is still talking about the time.
This is awesome.
And that's what's happening right now.
Oh, that's so funny. I like dipped back into the thing because I was working on something else. I'm like, what is going on? All right.
I just thought to myself, like, oh, I need to add it to the notes. And I'm like, no, I don't need to add it to the notes because I wrote it in the notes. The prompt.
Smart.
Yep. Work harder, not smarter.
No,
work smarter, not harder.
Not harder?
Yeah. Zummy gummy syndrome.
Oh.
Herding cats in here.
That is exactly what it's like anytime you work with a group of authors.
Yep.
Those are facts. Oh, it's done with the chapter 12 draft. And now we will let it do the editing plan and then chapter 12. And then we'll go ahead and read chapters 12, 13, and 14 together.
This is actually super slick.
Well,
the whole where you're like, all right, so since you're going backwards and it already kind of has an idea of what the outline. Oh, this is slick. I hope it works out. I really do. Because it makes a lot of sense now that I'm thinking about it really deeply.
Yeah. One of the things that we did realize that you can do if you watch No Sleep to Brooklyn, like the last recording, the last video or whatever, we were all exhausted. But
yeah,
we did find out with Raptor Write, we could put like, here's this scene and this scene, turn it on and be like, write the scene that happens in the middle. And it just would. Like,
that's awesome. Because I get, it's not that I stink at transition scenes. I'm tired by that point. I know it needs it and I just don't feel like it sometimes. I don't wanna.
I don't wanna.
You do it. I know.
You're having cereal for breakfast.
Yeah.
Or a cereal for dinner.
Yeah, it's a cereal for dinner.
Cereal for dinner. My parents will know what that means.
All right. Your
I just realized all the chapter 12s had no outline toggled on.
Okay, well,
let's see what it did actually, because we have tried the no outline method.
Yeah, but now we can't validate it against the outline.
Yeah, I'll do it over.
Yeah.
Do
over.
All right, so everybody, this is the moment where I tell you, you know why it's so cool to have artificial intelligence in your author business? Because there are so many parts of your author business that you don't like doing. And at some point, artificial intelligence is going to be able to help you enhance whatever part of your author business you want. What is it you said, Stacy? I don't wanna.
I don't want to.
I don't wanna.
I
And
don't
so
wanna.
we get those opportunities all the time to skip past the I don't wanna because we are, steeping ourselves in the processes of artificial intelligence and creativity.
I have to say, all the I don't want is make me think of Salute Your Shorts.
Salute your shorts. I don't know that one.
Camp
The
on wanna,
Nickelodeon
we hold
show.
you in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me wanna fart. It was a show on Nickelodeon.
There was some slime football or something advertisement. My wife's scrolling through the channel. She's like, "What the heck?" I said, "Slime. It's got to be Nickelodeon." She said,
Yeah.
She
They're
said, "No,
starting to
it's
do
CBS." I said, "That's Nickelodeon."
I love Salute Your Shorts. It's about a bunch of kids at camp, at summer camp. And what's hilarious is like these kids, like they make a big deal about the rich kid. And I remember watching this show and being like, oh wow. And then you become older and you're like, all of them were rich kids getting sent to summer camp. None of us.
So funny.
And yeah, you can't do that on television. Does anyone remember the soap opera 15?
No.
It was another show on Nickelodeon. It would come on after You Can't Do That on Television.
You were a Nick kid?
Well, you have to remember I have two younger sisters. So
that's right. So you were a Nick older sibling.
I was an older kid, like too old for some of it, but I would have to watch it because that's what they wanted to watch. And my parents had this majority rule, but I'm 5 years older than one and 3 years older than the other. So it was challenging for a few years to get them to vote alongside with me. I watched a lot of Eureka's Castle.
Hey, right now, if that had happened to you right now, you'd be a Bluey person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I've gone through all the Nickelodeons because my kids are 9 years apart. So I went through Blue's Clues with my son, and then Dora the Explorer with my daughter. And if I had grandkids right now, which I don't, yeah, we'd be doing Bluey. But I have younger nieces.
Have you ever watched Bluey? It's so well. The stories are so well put together. You know what's really weird? The places where you can find inspiration or find like, stories are hard to do in 10-minute little chunks, like 5-minute or 10-minute little chunks, and get like a life lesson in the whole 9 yards. It's such a art at building things like Bluey. I've always thought maybe I should write a children's book or something like that, but the intricacies of it, I don't know. It's just would be, how do you not say something too bad than scar the kid for life, you know?
Mm-hmm. In one of our newsletters, I did have a little secret link. I just kind of put in there, but didn't say what it was. And it went to Acapella, which was from Carmen Sandiego.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh my gosh, they were so 90s with the hair. I found them live somewhere. It was ridiculous. I don't know if anyone found it, but it made me giggle. So that was all that mattered.
Curry
Quest. The worst kids show is, I still stand by this, is Caillou. That whiny kid needed to be ended.
Oh my God. Yeah, one of my favorite ones was The Proud Family.
Oh, that was a good one.
What an amazingly, with the like thug girls that were purple because they were ashy. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so my experience when I was a kid. I grew up in the ghetto, and actual ghetto. Like my very white wife comes home with me 20 years ago and go, oh, you actually did live in it. Yeah, yeah, baby. The actual ghetto. You know that the movie ghetto. That's the ghetto I'm from. Baltimore. You seen the oh gosh, what is the show that Idris Elba and all them came from?
Homicide?
Yeah, no, not Homicide. It was the one on HBO. The Wire.
The Wire.
The Wire. All right, where are we?
It's doing chapter 12 final right now.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
See, this is a good way to do the gladiator method.
Yeah.
Just talk
90s
about
trivia
television
or
shows and
something.
stuff like that. Do not look at it.
Do not look.
It's just gonna waste your time.
Okay. We will right click, move to folder, final chapters.
Why did you call it the gladiator method?
Because it's thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
It all flows back at me now. It's like, oh,
I'm
God.
sorry. I realize that that's not very nice, but I took 4 years of Latin, and I know, and it's bad, but the idea, because you have to be willing to kill your darlings. I don't mean to actually kill people, but you only read the final chapter, and your job is just thumbs up, thumbs down. If it's thumbs up, good, move on with your life, because you don't want to read the draft, because there might have been good stuff in the draft, and then you're going to be like in kit bash hell trying to like bring everything together. So you only read the final, and if it's good enough, you move on.
Fight it, y'all. Fight it.
I don't know. You just make the changes that you want to make change too. You just change it. You just don't be a T-Rex and you change it. If it's thumbs down, that's when you go, let me go back to that plan and see what the heck this AI was thinking and how did it get off the tracks. And now I'm going to like change the plan, change the draft, because it obviously went off the rails earlier on in that 4-step process.
So what I'm getting from you, what I'm getting from you is you need to concentrate on the things that like get the book done as quickly as possible and kind of de-emphasize the things that would bog you down in the muck.
Yeah, because we can get bogged down in word choice.
80-20. If it's 80% good, just move on, and you can fix the 20% later, but don't fuss on that 20% sort of thing. Get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to save this project. I'm going to go to all folders. I'm going to go to the final chapters. And we'll start with chapter 12 and we'll make it big. Let me copy that. I'm using my jump cut. Chapter 13. Copy that. And chapter 14. I'm going to come over to our notes. And I'm going to give it to you. I should also get the outline too, I think. The components.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was premise, characters, and outline. Okie dokie.
Whenever I'm doing the gladiator method and I give it the thumbs up, I just want to go, am I not merciful?
Stacy, if I just paste all those elements in, do you mind like breaking them out?
Yeah, I'll break them out and
okay.
Clean it up.
Backwards results. And all we're looking for here, I would say there's 2 criteria, and I'll get to that in just a second. Let me just put this stuff all in. So we had the premise. Yeah, paste. Why are you asking me what I want to do here? The characters. I don't like this new method, this thing that, look at this. If I put it in here, it's asking me what I want to do with it. And I don't like that. Chapter 12.
Yeah, that is annoying.
It is really annoying.
Like every time you paste something, it's like, hey,
hey, you really want to paste?
Hey, like you need to stop with that.
What's this other? This is cool. This one will be in the outline.
It'll automatically, anything that's headings, like an H1 or an H2, it'll make an outline for you. Bless you.
Thank you. Somebody asked me what to do if you don't want to say bless you, and I say Godzilla.
Gesundheit. I don't know.
Yeah.
What does Gesundheit actually mean? Is that just
I think it means God bless you in German, doesn't it?
Okay, there we.
Does it?
I don't know, or is it? Maybe
Hey, German speakers. We got 38
What?
people in here. Somebody's got to be a German speaker.
What does Gesundheit? Good health to person who just sneezed.
Is that really?
Those Germans have a word for everything.
Good health to those.
It just literally means health.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
See, so it's not.
Health. Gesundheit.
To health, l'chaim.
L'chaim, to life.
Yeah, it is to life. Okay.
One of my favorite shows. I think it's one of the first ones I truly cried watching because of the wedding scene in person. You know, I had produced it at a dinner theater, and it's a haunting scene. It's beautifully
between the 3 chapters we got and the components and the outline, 10,000 words. So, okay. I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to kind of skim it inside of Raptor Write. Boop. Nope. Just kidding, because I got to start with chapter 12. I'm not going to look at the outline yet, because I just want to see like if it makes sense. It's going to be in the middle of medium res, so she's there. The projections for the Syntech merger need to be on my desk by the end of the day. Yes, Mr. Thompson, I'll have them ready. Is she an assistant? I thought she was like, she works in corporate, but whatever. She wants Ethan. Work is insane. Okay, so we have some issues here. Sheba did the brush off. Preoccupied. This is a situation where it didn't have we should have validated chapter 14. Like the writing quality isn't great. I'm going to give it a pass on that because I was looking for it to follow instruction, like follow narrative logic.
We're just trying to get this to see if it works. It's okay if it goes off the rails a little bit, but it can't be saying anything wrong with the any of the prompting or anything. And so I think it's fine. Like as long as it isn't like the prompting that's making this happen, it should be fine.
Oh, so okay, no, this works. We need team members. Understood. Good. That's all. Okay, it makes sense. So she's saying my focus is here, and so she's sending it might be MIA for. Actually, this is pretty advanced logic for the text messaging.
Yeah.
It's following it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's doing it.
Like it's picking up.
This is strange. I love it.
And now the sister.
Yeah, I love this.
I don't think there's anything there anymore.
You know, it really does like become like a movie script when it decides it wants to. Like sometimes it doesn't even do he said, she said, or who said anything. They just drop into the conversation and go back and forth.
The dialogue is not, what about mom and dad? Does this have anything to do with them? They've given me an ultimatum. Join the family business or they're cutting me off. They can't do that. Oh, but they can. Maybe they should. I've been coasting for too long.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah. You've been pursuing your passion. And where has it gotten me? Nowhere, M. I'm still the black sheep of the family. And the one person who made me feel like maybe I wasn't wasting my time is too busy to even have a conversation.
There's a quote missing.
Yeah, no, I know that. But we can fix that with one prompt in GPT-4o. So I can't stay here. I actually kind of like it because it's a good way to tell that it's raw. And I wouldn't even be surprised if this is like that great. Like, this is how you can tell if it's AI or not. There's missing quotation marks. Talk to Olivia. Then make her listen. Don't give up too easily.
Did it just write 3,200 words?
Yeah, this one chapter 12 is 3,200 words. It's multiple scenes.
That's yeah.
And I mean, that's okay. It's something that you can do. Like you could do just shorter chapters. You also could expand these. So this is after that. So she's at the tea shop. It's been a rough day. The bookstore, anything else that isn't Pearson Lawson. This is good dialogue.
I took a sip of the fragrant tea, soothing my frazzled nerves. It's been a rough day. Work? She guessed. I nodded. Mr. Thompson basically told me I need to be completely dedicated to the firm. No distractions. She raised her eyebrows. By distractions, he means, I sighed, the bookstore and anything else that isn't Pierce and Lawson. Yeah, I could see that scene in any movie or yeah, I could see that.
You were more alive when you talk about the bookstore.
See, what in the world?
I think I would get a better draft working backwards. It would be less that I'd have to edit.
Oh my God, this cannot be real. Huh. I wonder if this will work with sci-fi.
I don't see why not.
Oh, there's a cat. And he's still pity partying. I love this. Hey there. At least someone still wants to hang out with me.
Wow. Holy crap. Okay, what am I seeing here? Well, let's see.
They're going to break up because she's going to tell him that we can't.
Oh, you read fast, Elizabeth. Anyway,
the trick is don't go left and right, only go up and down. Oh no.
Just trying to do it. Nope. Sorry. My little brain goes nope.
Nope, it's wrong.
That's okay.
No, because this happens again in chapter 14 where she's like, I realized I was joining the corporate ladder at the wrong wall.
Then that last scene is a repeat. Not just there, not the whole chapter, right?
No, not the whole thing. And now, what's his face? Ethan is going to turn his parents down.
Are you dropping these each chapter as you finish them into the notes? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay. Okay. Cool. You know, I'm starting to believe that the only reason that anybody ever hangs around us is because we crank out a book in a day and then like they get to read it for free. Because she will be finished with this book today.
No, I'm not going to be finished with this book today. This was just a test of this. We have other things to do.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to like crank through the whole thing in processes.
I don't. I'm already seeing enough issues here. It's not terrible. It's just.
It's a lot closer than 4.0 would have gotten.
Yeah. I mean, there's more testing to do.
I think there may need to be just a tweaking of the prompt somewhere, and I cannot figure out where it is. But you're right. It's like
got it.
So it's not a fail, but it's a
it's work closer.
Yeah, it's work in progress. It would need some more.
Elizabeth, I love your brain.
The Easy Peasy Book Machine to the Easy Peasy Book Machine plus Easy Peasy Agent Check. EPAC. We're gonna have to have another loop. So you know how you do the prompting right now and you toggle on the Easy Peasy Book Machine and it's like, oh, I'm going to do this prompt.
Yeah.
We're going to end up creating another prompt. Not today. I got to think about it a little bit more. turn that prompt, the easy peasy book machine, off, and then we'll have a different prompt that is like the easy peasy agent check or editor, whatever we want to call it. But I like the agent check idea. And it basically is like the easy peasy book machine, where it's like you are going to read, outline, and this final draft, and you are going to figure out if there's anything that conflicts. Like it's a check for continuity of the final, and then fix itself.
It's an if then almost.
If then, yeah. And if it's fine, you're gonna say
Then that.
Go banana pants.
Yeah. If this, then that.
Yeah.
Well, if it meets this criteria, continue. If not, go back and fix it. Does it meet this criteria? No, go back and fix it. And it continues in the loop until it does.
But we need to keep doing these easy peasy book machines. And as we are making changes to these chapters of like what it's doing wrong for the different models.
Yeah.
So whatever your favorite model is, start making a list of the mistakes it keeps making over and over and over again, like the same mistakes. And then that way we'll make changes to it. We can also break the easy peasy book machine into individual prompts for like the editing, making the editing plan. Right now it's like make an edit plan. We don't tell it what needs to be in that edit plan. So there's even more work to be done in the easy peasy book machine, where we can go a deeper dive on those prompts so that they're more robust in terms of what they make the AI do. There's work to do.
I thought your camera was nodding yes and agreeing. I am so emphatic.
Jen's like, right, so we know what to tell it to look for. So now everybody knows what we're looking for. So as you're working with the easy peasy book machine, if you're in the mastermind and you're working with a specific model, like you have a favorite go-to model, let's crowdsource the kinds of issues that it's making. Because like I don't have the time to work with all 20 models or 15 models of the top ones. So if you're someone who works with Claude Sonnet for a lot, like maybe make a note of the genre you're writing, the point of view you're writing, and the constant mistakes that it's making that you're having to fix over and over again. Then we'll put together a class or a meeting some point in December and try to like compile a lot of these mistakes so that we have a list of like the common boo-boos that we can then add into the editing plan prompt. Contingent based on model.
A Notion form where they can upload it and we can get together and brainstorm it.
Yeah. So we'll make a living document of these kinds of things to make it easier for people in the mastermind to make individual agents, and we'll start moving into agents.
This is a perfect opportunity to drop in a classic sort of notion that happens to so many people inside of the mastermind. I love it. How my mind gets blown when I least expect it. So think about this, everyone. We have been working for about 1 hour and 13 minutes on all of this stuff. And we're not actually writing a book. We are just trying to figure out a process.
Yeah.
This is how the mastermind usually works. We are actually masterminding the future. We're trying to figure out processes and schedules and all of these things in order to get things as close to this is my idea, this is my book. So the faster we can do that, the faster we can publish, the more things we can publish. And the best way to advertise any series, anything like that, is to put in a new book. Drop a new book. Drop a new book in your series, and the marketing will be there.
You took too long talking, Akello. She had another idea while you were going.
That's okay. That's okay. It is important. Hey, all of you people who are new and here today, do me a favor, like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get over 4,000 people. And we've got like almost 4,000 people just playing around with Raptor Write. So we should at least have that many people in the YouTube channel. So come on. In the water's fine.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of different methodologies we need to like finesse and work on. We need the backwards method. Hammer that a little bit more because we just tested it. There's promise there.
I like the tent pole method.
Alyssa though wants to do from the middle, and James Scott Bell's got a great book called Writing from the Middle. So that methodology is also very valid. But I'm also thinking of a tent pole method where we give it the outline and we say, out of the scenes, out of the chapters, what's the most critical chapter? Like, what's the most linchpin chapter that we need to get it right? And then everything builds from that moment, like the highest emotional stake moment. Let the AI write that. And then be like, okay, you have chapter 11. Looking at the outline in chapter 11, what's the next, like, other one that needs to be, like, it's got to be bang on right. And then, like, in the middle, it fills in.
Yeah. Like, you sit down and you write
so
the dark moment. You write the adhesion.
Yeah.
You write the meet cute. You write the, the etc.
Plumstone, I love that you have joined the FFA. I just have to say, like, this is great. I could say a book and like 5 seconds later, Plumstone has the Write Your Novel from the Middle, a new approach for plotters, pantsers, and everyone in between novel by James Scott Bell.
I hope everyone is checking out Plumstone's drops, because they are really like prolific here. I mean, and on point. Like so many drops of books.
I was going to do the peek and then the first chapter. I'm not ready to do multiple tests today.
That's the one that made me laugh out loud when you were talking.
We don't have to do multiple tests today. We can just make a list of all the tests we'd like to run, and then we'll just have a test list.
I'm just telling all you people who are in the replay, watching this, and it's between now and the 20th of December, we are cutting off our mastermind. Our mastermind will be cut off at the end of December the 20th. Yeah. And with the reason we're doing it is because we have very little time, very few resources. We need to concentrate on the things that move us forward. And those things that move us forward are not teaching people what it is to, or what a token limit is, or things like that. They need to actually have a lot of that knowledge. And there may be at some point some mechanism within the FFA that actually addresses those incredibly new people. But until that moment,
well, there will. They get standalone classes.
Oh, I'm talking about something more.
Like
there could be something more structured.
Pipeline.
But you're right. There are standalone classes. So everyone, make sure you click the link below and go over there and look at the standalone classes. We're getting new ones coming online every week. I actually just got chastised because I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget. I did not follow through on a specific standalone class that I need to get done. And so I'm going to get that one done. And I'm also working on an introductory to Raptor Write, which hopefully will be really beneficial to everyone. And that you won't have to pay for that one. That'll be
done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
We do have a 30-day free trial to the Mastermind. And if you're a standalone person and you're watching the replay or you're live, either way it works, expires tomorrow, BF24, we have 50% off all the standalone classes.
Yep. And then we'll be adding more standalone classes. I think Stacy and I are going to work on an easy peasy book machine one and a not safe for work one for December, maybe.
And besides the one I have not done, I'm also committing to a music. Actually, I'm going to actually build songs and show you 6 different ways that you can start or build a song, either from nothing to you have skills with DAWs and you can build things and put things into artificial intelligence and make even better things. So I am working on that too.
All right. It's race time, everybody.
Yes, it is. And it's also football day. And one of my teams has already won this weekend. So I am hoping that the other team beats the mess out of the team that I don't want to win.
All right. I'll see you guys all at 4 o'clock again. And I think Steph Pajonas is joining us at 4. And then 9 o'clock tonight, I believe Nat from Kindle Trends is coming back. So we, because Kelly, you got football.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, you may see me, but probably not.
No. But Matt's going to come back from Kindle Trends tonight, and 4 o'clock will be Steph, and wait till she finds out about the backwards easy peasy book machine.
I think she's been lurking in here somewhere.
Yeah, she's been lurking. Out, so yeah. She'll have some thoughts, I'm sure.
Get to play.
Yes. All right. Thank you all so very much. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you at 4 o'clock.
All right.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later, y'all.